guys, thank you so much for joining me. So I'm going to be talking about Beauty for Ashes in Self-Care Sunday for today. Beauty for Ashes, to me, I learned about 4 years ago by Joyce Myers. For those of you who don't know who she is, she's a religious person who travels the world and just has Bible studies, and she has a huge following of people. Okay, so about 4 years ago, I was going through a really hard time in my life, and when I read this book, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I had to learn a few things to help me have peace in my heart and to move on in my life and be a happy person. So some of those things were huge tragedies that I had to learn that affected me without me even really realizing it. So basically the whole point of this book is to recognize the abuse that you had went through as a child, as a teenager, as an adult, and to forgive it. So the abuse can come in many forms, whether it's verbal, physical, sexual. It was sexual abuse that I had to confront head on. I had forgiven the people that did hurt me when I was little, and the reason why I can talk about this so openly, especially on my YouTube channel, is because I've had counseling for this, and I had forgiven the perpetrators essentially for what they had done. It teaches you to be a better you. So one of the things that I had to definitely let go of was bitterness and rage and hatred. So I can't have a happy life. You cannot have a happy life if you have hatred in your heart. I think everything takes time in life, but you don't want your life to pass you by. So this is why it's so important to look at all these areas and think really hard about what you feel like you could change or at least work on. Not blaming anybody for the situation that I was in personally. Yeah, everyone gets hurt. Everyone goes through things as a child. But to be almost 40 years old, I had to quit pointing the fingers at other people. I had to point the finger at myself. So having personal self-care, a personal look at my own self, the things that I did on an everyday basis, I had to really look at myself and say, hey, you are not happy. You need to change this about yourself. You can't expect others to treat you one way when you're treating somebody else another way. It just doesn't work that way. So at least having some accountability and realizing, hey, my husband's not the reason why we're not together right now. It's both of us. And it is me that has a huge part in it myself. The second that you're able to look at your issues and to really work at them and to have true forgiveness and to have accountability is the moment that you are going to be able to be set free. And it feels amazing. With my family right now, we are dealing with strongholds and addiction. It's really hard. All I can do right now is pray over it. But one thing I can do is lead by example. So if there is somebody that's an alcoholic in the family that's causing disruption, instead of me just praying about it and that's it, I will pray about it, but I'll also not drink myself. So I need to lead by example. The whole reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about Beauty for Ashes is because of my personal story, and it's a difficult one. I've had a lot of help for this, so it's easy for me to talk to, like I had said. It's really hard for you to go through something that you've never worked on and that you never talked about, and you've never trusted anybody to fully tell them what you went through. But I'm telling you right now, if you at least start somewhere, it's just like a ball rolling down the hill. It just gets faster and finally it levels out, and finally, you're able to let go of some of those demons and to truly forgive. I say after about 4 years, I'm in a really great place because I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys about this freely on a video without crying. And 4 years ago, I would have said, heck no, I could never do that. But with a lot of hard work and changing my thinking, it's been so amazing, the change that I've had in my life. So I really recommend you guys to really change some of your thinking because you'd be amazed at what it does for you. If you keep on telling yourself you can't, you're never going to do it. So I had to do that. I had to change my thinking that, you know, for example, some of them were, I can have a degree past the age of 30. I can start a new degree, and I can get an actual degree and a really great job and take care of my kids even at the age of almost 40 years old. So the second that I started to change that thinking pattern, I was able to believe in myself, and now I'm almost there. So changing your thinking is very amazing. Also with my personal life, changing my thinking that, you know, my husband, I can't stand him and we just need to get a divorce. I was able to have accountability, like I had just said, but also to change my thinking, like he's the father of my children. He is a good guy. Maybe I can sit down and talk to him and really listen to what he has to say. So the little baby steps of how you think can really change the direction of your life. And isn't that amazing to think that if you change a few little things that you think about and the way that you are as a person, it can change the actual direction of your life? Like, that's just amazing to me. And it's true. We are living proof. My family right now is living proof that changing your thinking has improved your life and it made it better. One of the things that I learned along the way is that hurt people hurt people. This is so amazing to me, so amazing to my family, because I actually put myself in somebody else's shoes for once and was able to see that they had pain themselves, and that gave me compassion. And I just recommend you guys to put yourselves in the other person's shoe that you might be having a disagreement with, or you've had a lot of arguments with, and just try and put yourself in their shoes, because you really don't know what somebody else has been through unless they told you. And it could be really bad. It could be the worst thing you can ever hear, ever. So just having that compassion and just knowing that if somebody's treating you a certain way, whether it could be verbal abuse, you have to understand that they're hurting too. So that's also the secondary part of anger. There's the sadness underneath the anger. So that's something that was pretty eye-opening along this experience. One of the last things that Joyce says is, you are a miracle waiting to happen. And I really just want to end with that. You guys are miracles waiting to happen. If you want to have a happy life, and if you want to change the direction that your life may be going in right now, it is totally possible. I just want you guys to know that you guys are amazing. I've met so many wonderful people so far on YouTube, and I know that there's some of you out there that are going through something right now, a horrible situation, and you don't know what to do. I'm here for you. And if you need to get a hold of me, my Instagram is jnbrown1997, and I'll also link it in the description box. And you can always get a hold of me if you guys ever want to talk about anything. I just want you guys to know that I'm here holding your hand just right along the way. I hope you guys loved the intro that my daughter Alexa helped me make. It's a first start. Let's just say that. It's the rough draft. But we've had so much fun making it, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye.